Hey guys, what's up? It's Vampire Bride. Today I'm doing a review about the Wii U, which I finally got after about 5 years of it being out. I've had my Wii U since a little before Christmas last year, but of course I had to wait to do my review so that I had time to try it out and get some time into some of the games. Now this may be a very unpopular opinion, as the Wii U was harshly criticized, but I absolutely love the Wii U. I think that the failure that was the Wii U had a lot to do with the way they advertised it. Many people in the beginning, including myself, thought that the Wii U was just an addition to the Wii, and that really hurt its marketing. I love the aspect of being able to play on the TV or the gamepad or both. I know that this isn't the first attempt at this kind of idea that was made, as the PlayStation Vita can also be played through the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, but it is quite different from that. I love being able to soak in the bath and still play my game, as the gamepad is portable within 100 feet of the console. Obvious disclaimer, do not drop it in the water because it is not waterproof. The Wii U is great for if you have kids. One can be playing on the gamepad while the other playing on the Xbox while it's hooked up to the TV, instead of fighting over who gets to play the game. Or if you have friends over and you want to play your separate games. But it also has a lot of great multiplayer games that can bring the family together or add a little friendly competition. The game lineup for the Wii U is great, but the fact that many of the games were being moved to the Switch kind of cheapens it for most people. A few of the games that I've got to enjoy so far are Yoshi's Woolly World, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites so far. It makes me weirdly happy. It's very creative. Everything's made out of wool, and each level is very different and creative. Mario Kart 8, which it's a Mario Kart game, which are known for being good, so of course it's good too. It really stands up to its name. Mario Maker, which is a very creative game. Bayonetta, Nintendo Land, of course. Zombie U, Assassin's Creed 3, Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze, and a handful of others I have so far. For this video, I want to talk a little bit about the utilization of the gamepad, as that is one of the things that really sets the Wii U apart from other consoles. Mario Kart 8 is one game that really impressed me because it shows off some of the things that the Wii U can do. Motion control is implemented into the Wii U gamepad, so you can tilt the gamepad to steer your vehicle, which isn't as great as it is with the Wiimote Plus being able to do the tilt motions, because for one, you're tilting your screen if you're using the gamepad as your screen, and for two, it's a lot bigger than the Wiimote Plus, so it's a little more awkward. But you can also play multiplayer Mario Kart 8 just using the gamepad, so you can do 2-player just on the gamepad. It'll be split screen on your tablet with one person using a controller looking at the gamepad and the other person using the gamepad as their controller. It's a little awkward, obviously, because one person is controlling with the screen, but it's doable if that's what you have to work with. The TV's being used or you can't use it right now for some reason. The Wii U is also compatible with Wii games. When testing this out, I was way too amazed that you can point the Wiimote Plus at the actual gamepad and control your arrow from there, just like you do pointing it at the TV. There are quite a few different controllers that can be used with the Wii U. There is, of course, the gamepad, which is actually a lot lighter than you would think it would be, but of course it is heavier than other controllers and other tablets out there. You can also use the Wiimote Plus, or the Wiimote with the extra connector that makes it supposedly function like the Wiimote Plus. I cannot testify to that because I haven't tried the additional connector. You can use a classic Nintendo controller, a Wii U controller, and also you can attach a nunchuck to the Wiimote Plus. For some games, the Wii U gamepad is a necessity, while for others, it's just an additional option. In Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge, for example, your health items and map are on the gamepad, while your gameplay is on the screen. So it's nice not having the map in the corner or your health bar taking up room on your TV. You just have the screen to play the game. The utilization of the gamepad isn't as good in some games, such as Zombie U. At times in the game, you have to search through your backpack. In doing so, you use your gamepad to look through your items. On the TV, all it says is look at your gamepad. So it's not utilizing both the gamepad and the TV at the same time. You're either looking at one or the other. I think it would be cool if it had implemented both at the same time. Like you're still watching out for zombies while you're looking through your backpack. You're still having to stay alert. So you're using both screens. This way it just kind of feels like a waste. The backpack could have just been shown on the TV. I think it's a really great idea that just needs some more refining. For some people, having to look down at the gamepad in the middle of a game could take them out of the game as well. There's a camera on the front of the gamepad, but it doesn't have a lot of use. Like you can't just take a selfie just because. However, you do use it to create your me, and you use it in certain games, or you can use it to FaceTime. In Mass Effect 3, supposedly, some of the decisions that you make can be made with your facial expressions instead of choosing a dialogue option. That isn't something that I've tested out, so I can't vouch for it. But it is used in games like Nintendo Land or Karaoke Sing Party. As much as I hate to talk about it, there are a few negatives to the Wii U. The speakers are really quiet when it comes to watching videos. When watching Netflix or YouTube, it's very hard to hear even with the gamepad turned all the way up. That being said, it's not a problem with the actual games. The volume is just fine even when using just the gamepad and not the TV. Also, speaking of watching videos, when you're watching, let's say, a YouTube video, you set it down in front of you while you're laying down or whatever, you can see the screen right. When you set it down, it's very easy to hit one of the triggers or bumpers and skip ahead in your video. Also, that isn't a huge problem because that's not the main reason to have a Wii U, but it is nice to be able to sit there and watch a video on your console without having any issues. The Wii U is a pretty small console. It has had some problems with overheating, but not as much as other consoles in the past. The Wii U gamepad looks a little cheapy to me, honestly. But it is light enough to not be a huge problem when holding it up for a long time. Your arms don't get tired too quickly, but more so than when you're holding a regular controller. The battery life is not great. It's supposedly between 4 to 5 hours, which already isn't that long when you get into playing a game. But the battery usually doesn't even last that long. That being said, it is a few years old now, so it is common for battery life to decrease. Right now I'm having trouble even getting the gamepad to charge. It's probably just because of the charger, because it doesn't charge good when plugged into the Wii U gamepad directly or when in the docking station. But it could also be the gamepad's battery or the charge port. Another downfall is you cannot record Nintendo titles. You cannot stream or put gameplay into your YouTube videos. So for games such as Mario Kart and Nintendo Land, you're not allowed to record the gameplay. Right now, you can usually find a Wii U bundle, meaning the actual console, the gamepad, a controller, and maybe a couple of games for around $200, which is actually a really good deal. And I was very happy with mine. I love Nintendo in general, although I might be a little bit biased as my first gaming console was the Wii and my first handheld was the Nintendo DS XL. Before that, I had really only played on the PC. Overall, I'm really happy and love the Wii U. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more videos every week.